This is why it's important for you to learn how to discern God's voice. Now, He could be trying to warn you about something. Maybe it's some type of sin you're doing or something that's self-sabotaging your blessing that you've been praying for. Maybe He's trying to get you to understand why certain things are actually happening in your life. But if you can't hear God, if you don't know how to discern God's voice, you can be easily self-sabotaging the blessings or the purpose that God has for your life. Another reason why it's important to discern God's voice is because if you don't know how to discern God's voice, you might get that mixed up with your thoughts or the enemy's thoughts. Now, Satan could give you thoughts to make it seem like, all right, this sounds good and everything like that, but it's really not good because he could be just leading you into a trap, a pit. He could really be leading you into your own destruction. You could be one step away from your breakthrough, your blessing. And all of a sudden, you don't know how to hear God's voice now. So now you're discerning the enemy's thoughts with God's voice. So now you ended up going down a different path, or you ended up self-sabotaging your blessing just because you couldn't even hear God's voice. That's why I always say one of the best ways to hear God's voice is just praying and fasting, getting in isolation. That's one of the best ways you can start hearing Him. If you're doing all that and reading your word and meditating on thoughts and maybe ideas that He's giving you, you'll be able to hear Him a lot better versus being around a whole bunch of distraction and noise. That's another way Satan can distract you from your purpose and from hearing God's voice, is too many distractions and voices from other people, which blocks out God's voice in your life. And I'm going to tell y'all something else. When God gives you dreams, it's either a warning of what's to come and or you can prevent it, or it's something that's happening in your life at that certain time, or maybe it's something He's trying to get you to understand that you need to know at that specific point in time, or something that you need to have knowledge of when it comes to pass. Hope this helps somebody. Y'all stay smooth and blessed, all right?